How we doing today, guys? Sam over here at Anglers, and I'm joined with Greg with Daiwa. Really excited to have him in the shop to talk about a bunch of new stuff that Daiwa's come out with here recently. We're really excited though about the big pickerel tournament with CCA this year. This is the first time we're going to be involved with them. We're going to have Calcutta here at the shop. Really cool stuff. So how that's going to work is if you spend over $75 worth of Daiwa products, you're going to get entered into the Calcutta. Now you already have to be signed up through CCA in the tournament, but you can go onto the website and log into the Daiwa Calcutta after you come in with us. So Greg is here. He's got a bunch of stuff here. We're talking about the Procyon. We're going to talk about the Tatula rods. We're going to talk about some combos we already have outfitted for you. But that's a really cool reel that I'm excited to talk about. So tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so this year our goal at Daiwa was to come out with something that was not bank breaking. So had all the bells and whistles that you would see on a Saltist MQ or a Ballistic MQ. So we ultimately came to this Procyon MQ. What you get with this reel, you have the fully monocoque chassis, so it's a one-piece frame, same as your Ballistic, same as your Saltist. 3 times the size on the gear, so a lot more torque. It's a really, really smooth reel. And this whole family from 1,000 to 4,000 will retail for $179.99. So that's a Procyon MQ. It looks really cool. It combos up really nice. And for bay fishing, I mean, it's a perfect, really, really solid option. So that is a Procyon MQ.
As far as fishing it here in the bay, though, I mean, there's really nothing you can't do with this reel. Whether it's the 3,000, the 2,500, we have it in a ton of different sizes. If you want to jig for rockfish, 3,000. You want to go ahead and take that same reel and fish for pickerel, it's a perfect outfit there. Whether you're lake tackle fishing, you're freshwater fishing, it's probably one of the most versatile reels we're going to have here. It's got pretty good corrosion protection against what we're going to run into out there. But one of the main things I like about it, and I've been fishing a lot lately, is it feels like when I'm reeling on heavier jigs, because I've been out there jigging with it, I'm fishing half-ounce jigs, 3/4-ounce jigs, and it's kind of oversized compared to what this reel would probably design for in the freshwater world. But what it does over here in the inshore world is, even though I'm fishing these really heavy jigs, a lot of times with these smaller reels, it feels like I'm really dragging on it. But the startup inertia on this reel, it feels like a 3/4-ounce jig with a 7-inch bait. It doesn't even feel like I'm turning the handle. It just comes in like there's no resistance, which is something that you really haven't seen at that price point in a while.
Sure, so and that awesome. We attribute a lot of that to the monocoque frame and the monocoque gear. So like I said, there's a ton of power in this reel that you don't find in drag. So this one's just over 22 pounds of drag in that Procyon MQ. So I'm going to move a little bit down the line here. So we have the new Tatula XT Rod. So you guys can see that. Got the custom carbon fiber reel seat. What we did here, we kind of followed the same plan that we came out with the Procyon MQ. We decided this year that it was time to have an offering, a really solid crossover offering, whether it's salt or fresh. There's 15 different SKUs in this, but we have some really key SKUs for the Bay Area. So all you guys that shop here at Anglers know that we have some 7-foot medium spinning. We have some casting models that are really nice. But what we really wanted to do was make something that was affordable. So we took a lot of the technologies that we would put in a Tatula Elite or some of our other higher end rods that cost $200, and we put the HVF, the X45, all the Fuji guides for $99. So it's $99.99 for the Tatula XT. Pairs up nicely with almost any reel that you put on it, and it feels great. So I really encourage you guys to come down and check these out.
Yeah, that's going to be a fabulous outfit. Really, this rod here, I mean, how light it is, but it also balances so well with any, 150, 200 size bait caster. It balances a lot here in the bay because we're using a lot of force a lot of times because we're jigging pretty heavy stuff, like I said before. We're kind of overloading the gear, at least for what these were designed for in the freshwater world a lot of times. With a rod like this, it just balances so well. It's going to be a great option for you out there. And that's going to be one of our first place winners, but you're going to pair it up with a really cool reel. So you're going to have the Zillion on there. So that's going to be our first place in the Calcutta, is the Zillion paired up with the XT. Tell us a little bit about the Zillion because it's a fabulous reel.
So first and foremost, you'll be hard pressed to find a reel at that price that retails for $399.99. You'll be hard pressed to find a reel that feels better. It's got the click drag in it. Really is, all the bells and whistles go into that reel, but it's got the SV technology, our anti-backlash technology. So everything that you would come to know of Daiwa, all of our high-end technologies were really built off of the Zillion platform. It's really slick. It's got that silver look to it, and it just kind of it embraces everything that we are as far as we're a technology company first. So you'll see all of the high-end specs, all the high-end technology pieces in that Zillion. It is just an unbelievable reel, and I'm excited for the winter. I want to see.
I know it's going to be an awesome outfit. I have the Zillion myself, and I've done everything from jigging for rockfish with it, catch a fish up to 35 inches on a 100-size spool. I mean, it's nuts. Especially with the line we're fishing out here, you can really catch big fish on it. But I've also taken it and I've thrown frogs with it, paired it up with 65-pound, really thin diameter braid. I can cast so well with it. There's really nothing you can't do with it. It's a 100-size bait cast, and I think that scares a lot of people, but it's going to allow you to cast all the way down to 1/8 ounce. I cast 3 16-ounce jigs really well, so I can pickerel fish with it, or I can take it and throw a 3/4 ounce jig in the bay with it.
Absolutely.
The versatility is pretty nuts on that reel, and when you feel it in your hand, you're going to realize what it is.
It's pretty intense.
You really got to have it in your hand. So before I talk about some of the other finishes and prizes we're going to have, I want to talk about this combo here. So it's the Procyon rigged on the Tatula. We're going to have this in a couple different SKUs here. I only have a couple here on the floor right now, but I'm expecting more here really shortly. So if you guys are just getting ready to come in and get this Calcutta going, we got a really nice outfits if you're just looking for something already ready to go. We're going to have it spooled with anywhere from 10 to 20 pound braid, kind of depending on if we're doing the medium light or the medium heavy for what your application has. But the next option is going to be the Kage on the Tatula. That's going to be the second place finish. That's another fabulous outfit.
Yeah, so very similar to what people would find. The Kage we made as an in-store only type of reel, which is really nice for the dealers.
Yeah.
Also, you get a lot of the same bells and whistles that you would in the Saltus MQ or like a Certate LT in that Kage reel. It's a really, really nice option. It just, again, they're so versatile. All these reels are so versatile. You can use them for just about anything. And that's why we kind of picked that prize lot. I mean, these reels you can use for pickerel, you can really anything.
Yeah.
There's no limits to these reels. So really, really awesome second place prize with that Kage and Tatula mix.
Yeah. The third place prize, though, it's not going to be quite as value, but what you're getting with it, I mean, for the price point in the third place finish, I mean, that's really kind of your do everything. It's not entry level, it's a step up from entry level, but it's really nice stuff. And the technology from Daiwa, it just trickles down every year after year. That's going to be the Fuego 2500 paired on, once again, the Tatula rods. Technology's trickling down, you're still getting something. I love the new reels here. The lack of resistance you feel when we're fishing heavier stuff is really nice because, as far as the bay fishing goes, for years we're taking 2500 and 3000 series reels and we're overloading them.
Sure.
We're fishing them on medium action rods, medium light stuff, and it just feels like you're bringing in a horse and you're out there for 8 hours a day, snapping, jigging that rod, and you're really getting worn out. It's so nice to have that little resistance feel that you get, and you're going to see that not only on the Fuego, at that price point, but also going up the line gets even better.
And the coolest thing about the Fuego too, add one more thing about it, it's fully mag sealed. So in your brackish waters, salt water, you can fish that no problem, rinse it off at the end of the day, and you're good to go. So that is a really, really, and that's also a qualifying reel for the tournament. So that's $100 retail on that reel, and it's fantastic. You can use it for anything, just like any other reels we have here.
Yeah, so I think that's just about wraps it up. One thing I want to talk about, if you think you're already fully set on your rods and your reel arsenal, we do have other stuff from Daiwa too. We have some lures, the SP Minnows, that's a classic.
Yes, sir.
Classic. We have some tackle storage options, but also a lot of cool merch. So some of the stuff you're going to see here wearing, you can look just like Greg out there, which is a good thing to do. So we're happy to have Greg in the shop today, but we're really excited about this tournament. So if you guys have any questions, of course, check out our website, CCA's website, or come in and talk to us. So thanks, Greg, and thank you guys.
Thank you, guys.